So the sport that we love and adore, the sweet science, boxing, the pugilistic arts, seems to have finally found their 6'5", blue eyes, works in finance. And that's Turki Alalshikh. Turkey has picked up the sport in his 996 converts, and they are rushing on an amazing weekend away down a beautiful boulevard of only green lights on an amazing summer's day. He's come out and he said that his 5 fights for 2025, OMG, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 2025, angel numbers, 11, 11, manifest. Let's start with a big one. AJ versus Fury, the will they won't lay of the division. Every single person in these lands, in the States, every single fan, anyone that has ever seen or been to a boxercise class will tune in to that fight. That has the potential to be the single biggest fight for sure in these shores, potentially the biggest pay-per-view that we've ever seen. There is nothing that can compare to the ongoing AJ Fury. It's been made a couple of times and it got done due to the Wilder third fight. Listen, it is the only fight for either one of those two dudes. They will get paid a fortune, a absolute just trucks of money, trucks. And it does nothing for the division other than gives us an amazing fight, an amazing card. Every single thing about that is blockbuster of the highest order. For me, of his 5, that's the single biggest one. That's the one that sells out. You haven't got a stadium big enough, it will sell out. It will do 5 million pay-per-views plus. It will be globally the biggest fight. It's enormous. And the build up to it, the trailer, the Turkey will get Guy Ritchie, he'll get Chris Nolan. The build up to that will be insane. It might even go off a little bit in the presser because Fury's a little bit chatty and AJ don't like being chatted at, as we've seen a number of times. You get Watford AJ when you do that. So that one, enormous. The next one down on the list, right? Canelo versus Crawford. For me personally, yeah, obviously we'll be watching it. Obviously we'll stay up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning if it's in LA or Saudi, wherever it is, we will be watching it. It is a mega fight, but it has no relevance. Do we see the bigger man beat the smaller man? And you know what? Crawford ain't that much smaller. Crawford's taller. He's weirdly strong. He's a power puncher. He's hyper skilled. Canelo is Canelo. Like, we will watch it. It is pure drama and pure theatre of the highest. I am into it, but this is mid of that list. Now, the next one on this list, because it does have relevance to the division, he wants Usyk Dubois II. For me, other than seeing Usyk become undisputed champion for a second time, when arguably he should still be undisputed. He is undisputed champion. He stopped Dan a couple of fights ago. Dan won his IBF because of a letter. For me, Usyk is undefeated, undisputed, 2-weight world champion. He still is. You have a belt because someone had to relinquish it due to admin. It's not the same. We do want to see that just for the clarity and the clearness of the division. However, it is a little bit long because in Dan, we have the next wave. In Dan, we see a young Aggie. Yeah, he's not the most personable. Yeah, he doesn't give the best interviews. Yeah, he doesn't seem to understand that when someone's just had a fight, that's not the time to jump in the ring and give it a little bit. It is what it is. Franks and beans. You know what I mean? Like, he's fine, but that one actually has relevance to its division. Then what we got? We got Ben versus Eubank. He wants that. I don't know why he wants that. I think he wants it just for the sake of it, just because it was a challenge to make the first time. It fell apart. Do we care? Of course we want to see it. We don't care if it happens or not. No one does. Any boxing fan, any cash, any hardcore, any one of the new media fraternity, whatever, if they say that they're like super hyped for that fight over any of the other ones on this list, they're off their nut. This is a welterweight versus a super middleweight. One of them is at the end of their career. One of them is coming into their peak. One of them is coming off a rather naughty charge. Like, it is what it is. We will see it. It's a spectacle. I personally, for me, they're talking about stadiums for that one. No one goes for that. Who's going to a stadium to watch Ben versus Eubank? It's mental. No one does that. That's a... You can build a card on it for sure. Do you maybe put that as the co-main of one of the giants? I don't know. Like, I'm not that big on that one. The next one is Vance, because without giving it the I'm the man, I did, and anyone and everyone can vouch for this. Let me know in the comments, right? If you don't believe or not, I can prove it. I called Ryan to beat up Devin, right? Devin versus Ryan Garcia II. There's such a good narrative, and I think that that's probably one of the first ones that gets a full resurgence of a Turki Alalshikh's own spin of 24/7, and they do Fight Camp 360, and they do all manner of amazing content for that one, because Ryan is a star. Devin, without being rude, right? What I mean, there is just something unlikable about Devin. He's so skilled. He's such a good fighter. It's what it is. It's what it is. We like Ryan more. I like Ryan more. Everyone likes Ryan more. Anyone that says that they don't like Ryan, if you was to have a night out, you're having a great night with Ryan, you'd probably like, oh mate, pack it in if you got a night out with Devin. But those are the 5 fights that Turki Alalshikh is making this year, apparently. Canelo versus Crawford, massive. AJ versus Fury, gargantuan. Usyk versus Dubois II, classic Riyadh season main event. Everyone's happy. Fill the card, stack the card, maybe bung it at top of a 5v5. Who knows? Then you got Haney versus Garcia II. Again, massive. Love it. Let's do it. Right. And then what was the last one? Oh, yeah, Ben versus Eubank II. Don't care. Don't care, but we'll watch. Absolutely.